Welcome to Financial Sense, an easy-to-use solution built to help accountants and bookkeepers manage their staff and hit their deadlines. Financial Sense has everything you need to scale your firm and take it to the next level. Let's take a quick tour to give you an overview of the two main solutions in Financial Sense. First is your workflow solution. Your workflow solution helps manage all the client work going on in your firm so nothing falls through the cracks and you never miss a deadline. In this view, you can track all the client work going on in your firm at a quick glance. At the top, you can see how much work you have due over the next 2 weeks and the individual projects going on. You can see the status and progress of those projects, what client the work is for, what are the deadlines for that work, and most importantly, who's responsible for that work on your team. Now, you're going to have a lot of work in your view, and it's important that you can get the visibility you need to see exactly what you need to see. And that's why we have workflow filters. Here, you can see work for a specific client. You can see work for people on your staff, so what they're working on and if they're on track to hit their deadlines. Work due over a specific period, as well as tags. So tags are custom filters that you can create to get the visibility you need to fit your process. So for example, I can see all the work that's waiting on client information or all the work that's in review at a quick glance. Now that we've talked about the workflow view, let's look into an individual project and see what you and your team can do. So when you first go into a project, you'll see all the tasks that go into completing that project. They can mark them completed or uncompleted. You can also collaborate with your staff, so you can have discussions on the projects, mention them in comments, and they'll be notified. You can exchange files, so store all the information inside the project so your team has everything they need to get the work done, as well as track time on the individual project. You have a log of your time here, and also they can do it manually or even automated with a timer. Lastly is client tasks, where you can automate your client data collection process. So now that we've looked at the workflow solution, let's look at the client CRM. This is where you can store all your client information. So in this view, you have a list of your clients and important information pertaining to that client, like when you last contacted them, were they in a good mood, how much time has been tracked on them, how much have you been billing them, and how profitable that client is. If you click on the client's name, it'll take you to the profile, where you can see all the client information stored in one place, so it's easy for your team to access anytime and anywhere. Up here, you can store notes like usernames and passwords or important information pertaining to that client. You can store documents, so all your client documents are in one place, as well as have the client's contact information, so you and your team always know how to reach a client. Lastly is your audit trail. This is where you can see all your client interactions in the firm. So you can see who talked to the client, when, and about what at a simple glance. So you always know where you stand. In a nutshell, that is Financial Sense with the workflow and the CRM. Now we tie all this together with robust notifications that help keep your team on top of everything. Your team can receive notifications inside the app or via email, so nothing ever falls through the cracks. To get started in Financial Sense, go through our 3-step tutorial in the next videos.